Hello everyone, it's been a little while, but I thought I'd just jump on a video and just have a quick catch up, like say, let you know what's been going on in my life, let you know what my plans are for the future, and I've got some exciting news to share with you all as well. But first and foremost, I hope that you are doing well. Like I say, I haven't been on a video in a while, but I hope you've been doing well, whether it's business, whether it's health, whether it's just your general life. I hope it's all going well and you're absolutely smashing it. Tried to put a bit of structure together in this video, sort of key points that I want to talk about almost. But yeah, so where have I been? Like I say, what's been going on? I've just been busy. Working a full-time job and reselling part-time is incredibly difficult, and I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy, but trying to work full-time, resell on the side, spend time with family, friends, and do everything, there just isn't enough hours in the day. And I just find myself coming home from work and just not having any motivation to resell. I think it's got to a point now where I've just got too much stuff and it's just gotten extremely out of hand. So I'm trying to put a plan in place to change that, get me back motivated, hold myself accountable, and basically get shit done. Because like I was saying, trying to fit everything in as well as YouTube is incredibly difficult. It's not so much the recording side of things, it's the editing. It takes time and I haven't really had that time to do it. So YouTube has definitely took a back step while working full time, and then like I say, doing what bits of reselling I can do. Can't remember the last time I listed an item, if I'm honest, but I have been selling some stuff, which is good, but the store's not going to keep ticking over if I'm not putting the items on there to sell. And again, that's one of the real issues I've found, is going out to source stock. I don't have time to go to charity shops. But yeah, the days that I can go to the charity shops, I've got my son, and yes, I can take him with me, but it just stresses me out. Like, anxiety hits the roof. Trying to look for good items to sell, but then look after him as well. I just find it really difficult. So I've been sourcing a lot from obviously Vinted. It's a massive sourcing platform for me. And I've also gone back to my sort of roots almost, sourcing Pokemon cards and Pokemon items from Japan. That's what I did when I first started eBay, or one of the first things that I did. And then during COVID, things took a turn for the worst, obviously with all the delays and things shutting down. But I've just had a parcel come yesterday with some stock in that I can sell. So I'm going to make a separate video on that, and then we'll see what comes of that. But again, that's the next issue. I'm not listing stuff, so I'm spending the money sourcing stock, but I'm not listing it to get it sold. So the cash flow problem is a major issue, and I think it's time to just have a clear out. I've got some high value items which I will be listing on Buy It Nows, but I think everything else has just got to go on an auction. I'm going to put a clip in now of what my loft is like and how much stock I've got. To some of you, it may not be a lot, it may not be anything. That might just be your normal sort of backlog of stock to list. But for me, it's a hell of a lot, and I don't ever want to keep that much stock, if I'm honest. This is where we're currently at. I don't know how well you can see this, but we've got 6 80-litre boxes full of stock to be listed. That black box has got stock to be listed. Little box has got a few bits, and that's a bag full of Ninja Turtles. But yeah, it's just finding the time to do it all. That stuff is listed stock. That's all listed in there. That's personal stuff collection. That's for kids' clothes. But yeah, it's finding the time to see it all, man. Well, not see it all, listed all. I can see it all, and it's a ton of stuff. That's the sort of better stuff in there, more high value stuff. But yeah, it's just, I'd say, finding the time to do it. It's a bit of a nightmare at the minute. So yeah, that's my current situation, and like I say, the plan I'm putting in place, I don't think I want to do clothing anymore. Clothing for me isn't exciting, and I'm not saying I'm going to completely stop. I will still pick up the odd item if it's special enough, but for me, it's the time it takes to list, the measuring. It just gets really monotonous. Yeah, it gets really monotonous and boring for me. I would much rather list all of the beauty, healthcare, health, skincare, makeup, all that kind of stuff, which takes a lot quicker, and it's probably going to earn about the same margin as some of the bread and butter stuff, but it's easier to store. It's not taking up as much room, and I do quite enjoy doing it just because it's quicker. But yeah, like I say, at the moment, cash flow is an issue for me. Like I say, I'm not getting as much money in as what's going out, so I think having a huge clearance, auctioning loads of stock off, starting at like, I don't know, $4.99, $3.99, whatever it may be. Yes, I may not get as much as if I put it on a Buy It Now and held it there, but then I also don't have the time to wait for that stuff to sell, and it may not ever sell. But getting that money back in to then reinvest into things that will sell, like the Pokemon cards from Japan, like the beauty stuff that I've been buying, I think that's my way forward, and I think that's the way I want to take things. Clothing for me, it just doesn't do it. So I'm sorry if this video seems really boring because I'm just sat here, there's no real reselling content to it. I just wanted to give you guys all an update, but like I say, I have got some exciting news to share with you. So, baby number 2 is on the way. It's a weird one because I'm really happy, I'm excited, but I'm also very nervous because going from 1 to 2, it's a scary thing. So currently like 15 weeks, put that there. Don't know what we're having just yet, so we're going to find out in the next couple of weeks whether it's going to be another little boy or whether we're going to have a girl. My family's predominantly boys, so my nan had 2 boys, my dad had 2 boys, I've got a boy at the moment, maybe another one on the way, who knows. Everyone's adamant it's a girl, but I'll update you all when I know more. But again, that's another reason for wanting to get rid of a lot of stock, because this room's going to have to be changed into the babies' rooms. My son at the moment's in the smallest bedroom, but they're going to have to come in here, and I don't have room for all of this in there. You should see how much stock I've got just on my studio at the moment. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's part of the reason why this change has got to happen. I need to get selling stuff. I need to get listing. I want to give my family the best life possible. I want to give them everything that I possibly can. And having stuff unlisted isn't going to do that. So I need to hold myself accountable. I want you guys to hold me accountable too. If you haven't heard from me in a little while, drop me a message on Instagram. Drop me a YouTube comment. Get listing. Get shit done. It needs to happen. So I'm going to film the Japan haul video. It's not going to be a long one. There isn't loads of stuff to show. I made a few errors. I'm rusty. I'm getting back into that. Check that one out. That should be coming in the next week or so. Check that out, and then I will post a results video from that the following week. Because like I said, I'm just going to auction them off. Just going to let them go. They'll get good money and I'll make my money back and some. We'll see what comes of that. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.